In this video, I will show you how to add a loan calculator to your WordPress website quickly and easily. The first thing that we need to do is open up Elfsight. This is the tool that we will be using to build the widget, and I've linked it in the description below. Go ahead and click on that link and it will take you straight over to this page. This link also ensures that everything connects properly when we embed it. From here, just enter your email into this box to sign up for free, and then on this next page, create your password. Just like that, we are signed up and ready to go. Okay, so now that we have an Elfsight account, as you can see on screen, we now have access to a bunch of different widgets that are available with Elfsight. In this video though, we are specifically looking to build a loan calculator. So we want to go right to the top of the page. And then in this top corner where it says search widgets, we want to click in and we are looking for the calculator widget. So we can see the calculator right here. We can go ahead and click in. And once we are taken over to this page, we can now choose which template we would like to use. Now the best template for this is of course the loan calculator template. So to get this, we just go to mortgage and loan calculators right here. And then we want to select the loan calculator. Once we have this selected, we can then click continue with this template. And in here, in the build section, this is where we can now build out the calculator and set this up how we would like to set it up. It's split into two sections. We have the fields right here. So this is the input. This is where people input how much they would like to loan, the loan tenure and the interest rate. And then the calculations is where we can give them a calculation based on what they entered. Now to edit these, we can either go to each of these fields, click on these three dots and delete. Or we can click in to edit what is actually in here. Now the loan amount, what we could do is we can either bring this up or down in the amount that we want to lend out. So let's say our maximum lend that we are going to go for here is 50,000 instead of 100. So I'm going to go to the max value and I'm just going to set this to 50,000 instead of 100,000. And we can see that this is taken into account. We can then choose the slider step, so how much each of these slider points is worth. Right now this is set to 500. We can also choose the format, and that is how you can edit each of these fields. So once again with the loan tenure, let's say that we can loan over 10 years as a maximum instead of 30. And then the interest rate, we have a maximum of a 35% interest rate as an example. We can also go ahead and add in different fields if you would like. So we can get them to enter a number. We could use another slider, a drop-down menu, or a choice. And then inside of the calculations, right now this is monthly installments, total repayment, and total interest paid. These are the three sections that show up. Once again, we can add a new calculation if we would like. We can delete any of these, or we can click in and we can edit the formula. With the formula, you have two different options on how you would like to create or edit this. The first is a little bit more complex. This is essentially checking the guide and essentially figuring out how to write this kind of mini code yourself. Or Elfsight actually make this really easy. We can generate with AI. We can type in simple words what we would like it to do. And this is really, really effective at turning what you want into a formula that you can use. So that is how we can go ahead and build the calculator out. Next, we can come down to action and choose what happens after. So in here, we have three options. It's a redirect, which essentially means they click this button and they are taken to a different web page or somewhere else on your website. All you would have to do is go to your website, grab the URL for the page you want to send them to, paste this in here, and then you can also change like the heading, the caption, what this button actually says. That is the redirect. We then have lead form. So once again, we can change what it says in here. And then when they click on it with this option, it's going to open a form that they can fill out. And then you can potentially get in contact with the person who filled this out. So we can go to form fields. We can add in like a name, a phone number, all of the different things that we want to collect. And that's set up right there. Or we can set this to no action and just let them have the loan calculator. Finally, we have the style section right here where we can choose the layout and how this is going to look from these different options. We can choose the font, we can choose the background of this, so the main background color, and then we can choose the color for a few other things like the text color, the accent color, and all of that good stuff. Now, once you have this set up and your calculator looks how you would like it to look and it works how you would like it to work, all we then have to do is click on this publish button. And then Elfsight is going to take us over to this screen where we can choose a plan. Now the plans work based on how many monthly website views you get. You can see it goes all the way up to unlimited, or alternatively, you can go for this free plan, which is perfect if you have a new website or if you just want to test Elfsight out. Once you have chosen your plan, Elfsight is then going to take you over to this screen and it's going to give you a piece of code. And this code is how we are going to embed the widget onto your website. So all we have to do is click right here on copy code, and that's going to copy the code. Then we can go over to your WordPress website. Of course, open up the page you want to add this calculator to, and then scroll down to whereabouts on the website you want to add this. I'm going to add mine right here at the bottom of this section. Then all we have to do is click on this plus icon right here. In the search bar, search for HTML, and then we just want to go ahead and drag in custom HTML. We can place that right there. Then we just click in the box. We paste in the code that we just copied from Elfsight, and in the editor, this is going to show up as text, but on the actual website, there will be no code, there will be no text visible. All it is going to be is the widget itself. So to show you this, we can go up and click on save, view the site, and now if we scroll down, you can see the loan calculator has now been added to your WordPress website.